the Unbreakable Spirit. In a quiet village nestled between towering mountains, there lived a young blacksmith named Liam. His father, a legendary blacksmith, had spent his life forging weapons for the kingdom's greatest warriors. Everyone expected Liam to follow in his footsteps, but deep down, he had a different dream. Liam didn't want to forge swords, he wanted to wield them. From the moment he saw knights riding through the village in shining armor, he knew he wanted to be one of them. But whenever he spoke of his dream, people laughed. A blacksmith's son? A knight? That's impossible. Even his father disapproved. Your place is here, in the forge, not on the battlefield, he said sternly. But Liam's heart refused to accept those words. Every night, after long hours in the smithy, he trained in secret. With a wooden sword he had crafted himself, he practiced swings, footwork, and battle stances. He ran up steep hills to build endurance, studied old war manuals, and mimicked the movements of knights he saw in town. His hands, calloused from hammering metal, now bore new wounds from countless hours of practice. One day, an announcement shook the kingdom. An open tournament was being held. It was Liam's one chance to prove himself. The winner would be granted knighthood, regardless of their birth. On the day of the tournament, he stood among noble-born warriors, men who had trained since childhood, dressed in expensive armor and carrying the finest swords. In contrast, Liam wore a simple set of iron armor, one he had forged himself. The other competitors smirked. A blacksmith playing knight. This should be amusing. The first round began. Liam faced a towering opponent, a seasoned warrior. The knight charged at him, swinging his sword with brute force. But Liam had spent years working with metal. He understood weight, balance, and precision. The crowd gasped. Round after round, Liam fought and won, not with strength, but with strategy. He was quick, calculated, and relentless. By the final match, only Liam and the kingdom's reigning champion remained. Liam felt the weight of the moment. Liam barely dodged the first blow, but the second sent him sprawling. He heard laughter. The fight began. "Stay down," the champion sneered. The champion was fast despite his size, and his strikes were brutal. "You don't belong here." Summoning the last of his strength, he stood. The crowd fell silent. The champion charged again, but this time Liam saw an opening. He sidestepped, swung his sword with perfect precision, and struck the champion's exposed knee. The giant crashed to the ground. Silence, then the roar of the crowd. The king himself stood. "You have the heart of a true knight," he declared. "Kneel." With tears in his eyes, Liam knelt before the king. The royal sword touched his shoulder. "Rise, Sir Liam." The blacksmith's son had become a legend, not because of noble birth, but because he never gave up.